set to take on the Cal Bears, replacing 4 starters, all of them double-digit scorers. So they will probably look early to Lulu Twydale, the lone returning starter, number 10 in blue for California. Underway, the second game of our doubleheader to tip off the brand new season of college basketball. And a terrific freshman point guard matchup coming folks' way today as well.
Yeah, you've got Puck Morris running the point, number 25 for Cal, and then Aubrey Galvin for Vanderbilt, another freshman.
Sakima Walker, the 6'5" grad student transfer from Columbus, Ohio, scores the first bucket of the season for Vandy. And there is Blake's alongside Galvin. Justine Passat, another veteran. Jackalenga Mwenentanda is the transfer from Texas, where she played in the Final Four last year. Now with an offensive rebound and another chance. And that is Sasha Washington. Here is Washington stepping away, and the handoff to Blakes. How do you defend her? That's job number 1 for every opponent. She starts out 0 for 2.
Right, because Shea Ralph puts Michaela Blakes in a lot of ball screen action.
Baseline drive. The step back and just over the front of the rim for Miracle Shepherd. Her 3rd school in 3 seasons after a couple of stops in the SEC. And the defensive pick. Hey! We saw it there with the steal, and now to the free throw line. Junior out of Kent, Washington, so she came back to the West Coast. Here comes Galvin with the push. Terrific handle. Passat. Offensive stick back, no. Washington. And they finally break through for their first basket of the year.
Washington and Mwenentanda inside can be that dual, really punch you with those offensive putbacks.
Pass over the top, picked off. Galvin, head up, probing. Deep 3 ball, good.
And Mwenentanda came along late at Texas last season in the NCAA tournament. It's a player that can play at versatile positions inside and out.
Washington with the scoop assist from Galvin, and now Vandy finding their way. They've rattled off 7 in a row.
And they worked on this press, extending the pressure, a little 1-2-2.
Puck for 3, got it. See a ton of travel last season, so a trip to Paris ain't that big of a deal.
Not at all.
Passat trying to stretch the floor.
Okay, Shea Ralph is on her knees on the hardwood. That just makes me hurt sitting on this side of the floor. But that's how you'll see her position the majority of the game.
In her 5th season, back-to-back trips to the NCAA tournament, back-to-back 20-win seasons for the former national champion at UConn. Barnes for 3.
Barnes, Morris.
Galvin, no. Vandy just 3 of 12. Blake saw that one coming a mile away, and she'll break the ice with an easy one. 5 on the shot clock. Passat able to bother.
The players had the opportunity to try escargot.
Oh, yes.
Now, you know that's snails.
Mm-hmm.
And look, they took that like a champ.
With some champagne, it looked like. It.
Yeah.
Delicious. They have an All-American swimmer from France who came in and gave them some slang words to use when they're in town. And
some of their French.
Yeah, so they could enjoy just a little bit more of the Paris experience that has been so much fun for all these student athletes and the coaches and families as they continue to take advantage of Jackalenga Mwenentanda with 2 quick fouls 5 minutes into the game.
One of the differences between Cal's team being more aggressive on the boards and also to turn things up on the defensive end.
Galvin, drops it off, and Washington blocked by the front of the rim. On the inbound, here's Barnes. Well, you're right. These are precocious freshmen.
Their offense that underneath out of bounds play. 4 cuts before the open person.
They love what Charmin Smith is doing now in her 7th year at Cal after a storied career at Stanford. Blake's fouled on the shot. But this is a team not going to rest on those laurels. They've got a lot to prove. So opportunity knocks for a lot of others to contribute.
But it's always interesting to talk to Charmin Smith because she's an engineer by trade coming through college. And so her analytics of everything and how she prepares, she'll figure out where they fall short, where they need to improve in order to be in the right spot come March.
Brown off the bounce, swatted by Claudia Langorita at 6'4".
Yep. Olga Makarov for Vanderbilt. Didn't play many minutes, but that's a three-point shooter, number 24 in white.
Galvin will try again, mid-range, and knock that one down.
And so to get an opportunity to play in the SEC.
Shea Ralph says she changes our team.
Yeah, she's playing with a chip on her shoulder.
Blakes wants it back. Shot clock winding down. She'll try for 3 and banks it in. After hitting just one of her first 6 shots, she'll take it. Under 10 on the shot clock. Looking for an open shooter. Shepard off the bounce. Offensive rebound, Walker, and a foul. The sophomore out of Somerset, New Jersey. Last year's SEC Freshman of the Year, a 3rd-team All-American.
She had 27 points versus Brazil in that final game.
Took home the gold, and she is fouled. Are they going to call it? And it is a 2-shot foul. That was on Grace McCollum. All tied up through the first 10 minutes here in Paris. And the Bears held Duke to just 52 points and 29% shooting.
That was a shocker for me. With as much as Duke had returning and what Baylor had lost, for them to pull off that upset, impressive.
Start for the Big 12. Galvin on the drive. Not knocking down all the shots, but you're seeing a glimpse of what she's capable of. And speaking of capable, how about the other rookie?
Wants to help carry the mail.
Blake's not her best start yet. She's 2 for 8. Tough. Using those shoulders and getting their first freshman All-American recruit in 10 years since Kristen Inigwe. Foul on Vanderbilt. Vandy continuing to play without Moinentandu, who's got a couple of fouls, and that has opened up the middle. Whoop, wasn't a good handoff that time from Galvin, and a turnover. And taken right back. Aubrey will get the lay-in. Morris. And now Twidell. She'll step inside the line and rattle in her first basket of the season. It has been a hot potato, too, for Cal offensively. They are moving the ball extremely well. It's not slowing down anywhere. Wakes on the drive, wraps it up and in. Speaks to the ball movement. Langarita rejected by Mitchell.
Vanderbilt down 5. And Michaela Blake's getting down the lane like the Seine River. Still down 5. The Bruins, they returned 69% of their points and 55% of their rebounds. Yes, they're going to be a force to reckon with.
And then, of course, Tania Latson, one of the biggest transfers this year, going from Florida State to South Carolina.
Well, having Sakima Walker inside, it's a big presence after losing Michelle Anya.
Oh, nice spin move in the lane. Sasha Washington. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Galvin with a pick of Morris. And short on the layup. Went one-handed. Blake's trying to clean it up. Puff had it, lost it. Cal will keep it. A big collision with Passat. Finding a shooter. Barnes bangs it in.
Crimley who?
They were 5th amongst the Power 4 clubs last year and made triples with 297. They had 4 players who could chuck it.
Talking to her team about where the openings are going to be. They are very, very calculated of where they get their shots.
And that's only 4 triples. They are not looking like they will be totally reliant on that. Although they'll put them up and they'll knock them down.
What's that you say? Beth Mowens?
Shut up, Mowens. And they've stretched it to a 9-point lead. Good drive. Walker. 5 on the shot clock. Trying to get it back to Sakima. Oh, nice ball fake. But Mitchell was right there to meet her. Wow. The junior out of Colorado Springs fighting for some more quality minutes. Buenatanda threw it away. Here comes Barnes. Twidell back to Barnes and Blakes with the steal. 3-on-3. Oh, and that's a kicked ball after it looked like Dores might have gotten the take. And it is the final minute of this competitive first half. Galvin. Still got a 2-for-1 here if they hurry. Blake's, oh, they gave her an open lane, and the foul.
Get in that straight line angle.
And now Michaela with 10 points. 3 of 5 at the line. Over the top, Walker with a nice catch. Tried to use the rim to protect. Second chance won't go. And this time she's going to go over the back.
Again, Vanderbilt's got 3-point options. Get a 3-point shot. Just one real big, true big. Passat is a 3-point shooter. On the elbow.
Lakes goes with 10 on the clock, and she'll put it up herself and rattle it in. The confidence of the All-American. And that'll do it for the first half. Blakes and Vanderbilt finish with a flourish.
One of the things you pointed out, Beth, Cal is moving the basketball. They have 10 assists on 12 made field goals.
Same starting unit out there for both clubs to open up this second half in their season openers. Galvin. Now Buenatanda. Nice spin, goes to the left hand for the land. Ties it up. puff the ball out top. Shepard, nice drop off for Sakima Walker. Passat. Can't knock that one down. She is 0 for 6 so far in the ball game. Good jump into the passing lane for Sasha Washington, but then double dribbles it.
That's a good call on the double dribble. The defensive intensity for Vanderbilt looks to have picked up coming out in this third quarter.
Trying to change the course of this one this end of the floor. Barnes, second for 3. Comes down to Shepard. Gets another possession. Twydale blocked by Blakes, and she breaks the other way. Foot race, and Michaela fouled on the drive. And now Blakes to the line here, a chance to tie things up. 23 points per game last year. That was 8th best in D1. And now with that free throw, 16. And now Puff will push. Finds Twydale. Went into on the weak side. There goes Blakes again, running out. But the steal by Miracle Shepard gets the layup. Blakes using that screen, tracking down the rebound. Nobody boxed her out. And that patented scoop of hers. 3 fouls on Washington. They're trying to get a sub in, not in time. Twydale for 3, around and out. Still does not have one. 0 for 7 and 1 of 10 overall from the floor for their top shooter a year ago. Backdoor cut, Passat.
That's what you're going to see from Justine Passat this year. Normally she's been a player that stayed beyond the three-point line, but now finding her opportunities to slash to the basket.
That's her first basket, and it gives Vandy the lead. Twydale, wide open look, and that won't fall. Blakes spins, left hand won't drop. She'll try again, short corner. Mitchell keeps getting them more chances. 3 ball on the way, and down. That was all Mitchell keeping that ball alive for the Commodores. And a timeout, Cal.
Wonder if Vanderbilt will make that reveal football-wise. That loss to Texas might have hurt them.
There is so much chaos in college football right now. Vanderbilt's coming out of the locker room and outscoring Cal 11-4 so far in this third quarter. They force another turnover.
I'm loving the energy of Ayanna Mitchell.
Yeah. She's been a difference maker. But I know run over the last 2.5 minutes. That's been the best run of the game. Michaela Blakes leading all scorers with 18. The 2 freshmen have been the top scorers, Morris and Barnes for Cal. Ayanna Mitchell has been a terrific boost off the bench for Vandy. Here she is with the ball, 14 White. Blakes finds some space and hits. She's got 20 with the floater. That's 11 unanswered for the Commodores to open this thing up. Morris no good on the 3. And here's a 4-on-2. Blake's on the run. Bounce pass, Mitchell for the lay-in. Morris to inbound. Vandy so far has taken Twydale out of the game. 1 for 11, 0 for 8 threes.
And bringing traps to Twydale, so she's not getting any kind of space.
No, and they get the turnover again. Passat drops it off for Washington. Look at the big spill in the lanes for Vanderbilt.
Coming out in this third quarter, they are well better than 7th in the SEC.
That's Vandy Vandy ball. Another forced turnover.
You know, one of the new rules is that you don't have to have your jerseys tucked in. It's an adjustment for me to get used to.
All of the Vanderbilt players, both sides actually, all untucked. Another offensive rebound and a foul.
She's got terrific hands. She can finish in the paint.
Peyton and Eli on ESPN2 tonight. It's a 17-0 run, the last 4.5 minutes. Puff with the floater, that's short. Galvin with the rebound.
You think Galvin's 5'6"?
Barely, with the headband and the high pony.
That's it.
She got 6 rebounds today.
Naya left over Rosario to get that one.
Lakes, fancy footwork, stepping it back and knocking it down.
Blake's is at 20 already.
Nice fake from Puff, and they finally end the drought. Lakes putting on a show, looking for the assist as well, and a foul on the shot. What a blitz here in the third, and Mitchell misses the first free throw. They did the work on the glass. They did the work on the defensive end, forcing turnovers, getting multiple possessions. There's another block shot. Blakes will take that and head the other way. Pull up three, Michaela, short. Barnes has it. Jakey out to Barnes. And she'll get the bounce there for three. Shot clock's off. To close out the third, here's Blakes.
This is all Blake's one-on-one.
Other four are flattened out. Blakes to the left and now back to the middle, and it's blocked by Walker. And it looked like a clean block from Walker. Instead, it's Blakes to the line, looking for her 23rd point of the game.
What was that Auburn game? She made 23 in a row and then missed number 24.
And that's the one she remembered, right?
Yeah.
Good if it goes and it comes up just a bit short.
So it's more than basketball. And look, some of these players could potentially play professionally in France.
For most, it is their first trip here. Baylor with the upset win earlier over Duke. And now Vanderbilt and Cal. It was a huge third quarter for Vandy, a 19-0 run.
Yeah, now Cal's got to make their run.
Barnes with the stick back. See if they can get it down into single digits.
This is a good measuring stick. What you need to improve on as you start the season. Both these teams, they're playing for March.
Galvin for the three. Puff trying to go coast to coast, and they're going to get Mitchell with the foul and a block.
Great energy in the paint.
Morris misses. Missed them both. Nice no-look, Galvin and Mitchell. Assist number 6.
That freshman can see the floor.
Offensive rebound and a stick back there for Walker. Blakes off the cross, off the window. Mitchell to clean it up. Del
Rosario, Ayana Mitchell was big. And then the smallest man on the floor, Calvin got in there as well.
They've taken away the 3 ball from Cal. Oh, nice jump by Shepard. And she'll win that foot race. Can they work their way back in it with a run of their own? They've been down by as many as 17. Galvin, weak side from Blakes. Look at Washington work for another shot at it. They're going to get another rebound. Galvin, whip pass inside. 25 for Michaela. After an 8th place finish a year ago that featured 2 wins against Tennessee. First time that's ever happened in that rivalry. There's Walker inside. On the inbound, Cassatt on the Blake's miss, and it's a foul.
Look at the numbers and the percentages, and you have more of an opportunity to score it instead of giving it up and get back in transition. Because your opponents then are starting to think about, I got to stay instead of leaking out. They got to stay and box out.
Sage advice from a 3-time champ now, right?
Right?
That'll work. Lob over the top to Walker.
I think that's what Cal needs a steady diet of trying to find Sakima Walker inside.
They've made 4 shots in a row and trying to make this thing interesting down the stretch. But you got to stop her. 27 for Michaela Blakes. Twidale still unable to find the bottom. 0 for 9. Is this the one? Yes! Shooters keep shooting. Now can Cal climb back in it and get a second upset of the day after Baylor knocked off Duke earlier tonight. Little confusion out of the timeout. Blakes will have to create. Step back is blocked by Dores. And a shot clock violation, and the Bears get their stop. They'll try and regroup. Got time. Puff wants a screen. Doesn't get a switch. On the drive, blocked by Passat. 5 on the shot.
Just the length of Vanderbilt. This time it's Justine Passat. Had a little stare down after the play.
6'4" with the SWAT of 5'5". Walker, good catch in traffic and a foul. Missing the first.
Got to believe Cal is going to bring some full court pressure. Got to try to turn Vandy over.
Galvin's going to be a terrific press breaker. Vandy has only hit 2 of their last 10 shots. Trying to stave off a late rally from the Bears. The hesitation, the drop off for Washington. Offensive rebound, burn some clock, get it to Blakes, under 2 to go. Passat, big 3! She's got 9. And that may have been the dagger. Under 2 to go. Twidale tries to respond. Galvin's got it. Vandy with numbers if they want, and nobody stops ball. She missed it. Mitchell didn't. Outscoring them 41-25 in the second half on the drive there by Barnes. Big second half for Justine Passat. She had 9 just since the break. Blakes, Washington, extra pass, found her. Mitchell, uncontested on the glass. 12 points and 10 rebounds for Ayanna Mitchell. And the Vanderbilt Commodores inching closer to a 1-0 start to their season here tonight in Paris. The foul on the drive. A lot of promise from these freshmen. Barnes, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Cal trying to get that turnover, and they do. Shepard with the take. And they get it down to single digits. But will there be enough time? Apparently not. Blakes will hold. Cal won't foul. And number 19, Vanderbilt, with a big second half to open up a close one. Gets the win for the SEC over the ACC, 74-65.